My friend, good morning. It is 10 past, so we will go till 10 past.
By the way, you probably heard that we have a new election going on or
Uh,
had something.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. How you feeling?
Well, I'm probably the only horn player that's a Republican.
Yeah, right. Well, it's been
I think
no, that
I
is
think, I,
absolutely not true. There are many French horn players who are Republicans. I would agree.
really?
A lot of musicians are very liberal. We're very left-leaning, a lot of us. But
Well, what
uh,
about you? Are you a left-leaning musician?
yes, 100%, 100%.
Alex?
Esther, can we still be friends?
Of course.
From our perspective in New Zealand, all of your politicians are right wing. Your Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, both of them, all of their policies are to the right of our right wing politicians.
Oh, I see.
So at the moment, we have a right wing government, and I imagine a lot of Americans would look at what they're doing and go, "Oh, those bloody bleeding heart liberals! Look at them, so left wing."
Well, see, I mean, the opposite is true with us because your Republicans are right wings.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we're not um I don't know. Of course we'll always be friends, Alex. That has nothing to do with it. But there's so many French horn people that I've befriended that I think are more they like the material. I would not, but that's just me. Maybe I'm old fashioned, but I've been as old as my age. I've seen too much and know too much to
Mm,
change.
mm.
I mean, I've never known a fish to have 64 sexes. There's only two.
64 is a lot.
Well, there's some people who believe that, believe me.
Um,
Anyhow, I mean, let me put it this way. I'm an artist. That's my profession.
mm,
And the current administration has killed my business.
mm, mm. Um,
The economy is so down, it's ridiculous. I mean,
yeah.
we were going to have communism under Kamala Harris.
Mm. In
I'm
America,
not.
I doubt that very much. That's an
Oh
exaggeration.
yes, no, there are
No,
communists.
no.
Oh yes, there are communists.
Again, the left-leaning politicians in your country are still remarkably right-wing. They're still so far right of center from what we get in this part of the world.
Well,
It's
it's
obviously so much of it comes down to perspective, doesn't it? And where you're coming from. So from little old New Zealand's perspective, America is deeply conservative. All of your politics.
no, there's not though. Now the
I'm just
gentleman
oh,
that has,
just from my perspective is what I'm saying.
yeah.
You're allowed to disagree from that, and from your perspective, I'm sure it's very different, right? It
Well,
depends on where
I
you
don't
place your
know.
center. But
Yeah,
we
I
are getting
can't.
distracted, and we could
Yes,
absolutely, I am sure, spend the
well,
entire
anyway,
lesson chatting about politics. If that's what you'd like to do, it's your hour. I won't begrudge you that. But we should
no,
probably
no, no, no,
play
no,
some French horn.
no, Alex. I'm a conservative person.
Mm,
I'm very conservative,
yeah.
and our policy, in our situation. I don't believe in evil. The left does in our society.
Mm. All right. Let's
Anyhow,
play some horn. Let's play some horn. So, nice big breath with the finger. Can you show me that? Oh, original sound, because I didn't hear that, and mine's definitely turned off.
it's not showing up, Alex. There's no original sound on this thing.
We can go through the process again of setting it up.
Well, because I
Are we on a different computer?
No, my computer's been messed up and I
Okay.
got it fixed up and
No
I've had
worries.
to go.
It's super easy to do it again. So in the bottom left corner, there's a microphone that says audio. And next to that, there's a little arrow. Can you click the arrow?
Yeah.
Terrific. Then bottom of that menu, it says audio settings. Please click on audio settings. And then under audio settings, there's a little box. So the first bracket, we've got speaker, then microphone, then audio profile. Under audio profile, there's a little box you can tick, original sound for musicians. Can you please tick that for me?
No, you mean under audio?
Yes.
If Okay, I'm not doing too well today, it figures.
Have you found it?
No, it's not working.
It's all right. So you're under settings, correct?
I'm on audio, but there's nothing underneath it, Alex. Let's see. If I click on audio, there's nothing there. Share screen, background effects, recording, statistics, keyboard shortcuts, accessibility,
Oh, so
speaker
on the left, I
outcome.
beg your pardon. So on the left of the screen, yep. So you're under audio, and then to the right of that, there should be a bunch of options.
Okay.
And I can share my
Um,
screen with you if that helps.
oh, sound for musicians. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
that down here.
Original sound for musicians. Tick that box, and once that's ticked, back out of that menu. So click the X to close that down.
Well, now come on. I mean, not you. Come on, stupid.
Cool. Let me know when you've done that.
Well, no, what's the problem with this? Why are we having? Man, it's not doing it. High fidelity music mode. Cancel Excel. No, we don't want to cancel
Yep.
that.
No. So it just says on my screen, it says original sound for musicians, right? And there's
This
a
is
little,
live performance audio. All
no,
right,
above
now this
that,
is not.
above that.
Oh, Chrome. Original sound for
Oh,
musicians.
Chrome.
Okay, I
Yeah,
hit
yeah,
that.
and then that's it. And then you back out of it. So once you've ticked that, come out of that menu.
Right,
Let me know when you've done that. And now in the top right hand of your screen, it should say original sound for musicians off, tick it so it says on.
Okay.
Done. Done. Easy peasy. All right. So do you remember how you did that?
Sort
In
of,
case it
but
happens again.
it's in the wrong place. Before it was in upper left, and now it's in the upper right.
Irrelevant. Do you remember how we got there? Do you remember how we did it?
Yes, I do.
So
Yes, I
what's the
do.
first step? You go down to audio in the bottom left, you tick the little box, and under audio settings is where it's at. Yeah?
Well, never mind. All right.
Good. All right, show me that breath again. Ready? Quick.
This is not a good lesson time, Alex.
What time is it?
It's not, huh? It's just not
Hey,
gonna.
whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's not
Holy
that
moly.
great.
Who did that breath? That was great.
Well, thank you.
That was good.
You're too kind.
No, I'm just kind enough. Can you replicate it, please? Can you do it again?
No.
Good. Very fine, Esther. All right. We're just going to breathe and blow through the horn for a little bit. So all three valves down on the F side. So our instrument as long as possible. So our instrument is as long as possible. Pay attention. Focus, young lady. With the right hand, I want you, please, to stop the bell of the instrument. So we've closed it off. So lots of resistance. So with the left hand, it's as long as possible. With the right hand, we've closed the bell. Take an enormous breath and then just move air. Good. Nice. Keep going through that process. 5 more just like that. As big a breath as you can. Good. Making sure we're connected here so the air is moving through the horn. Focusing on squeezing your belly. Get extra air, extra energy. Keep going. You're sitting down, so it doesn't matter if you hyperventilate. You won't fall over.
No, I'm not going to hyperventilate.
Very good. 3 more breaths just like that. Come on. Got to get the system warmed up. Go.
Oh, Alex.
Question. Are you using your hand to stop the horn?
I am? Why?
It sounds very open. It might just be I'm hearing it wrong. But if my right hand, this is how I normally play. Can you see that?
Well, okay, how far do you... This is a dumb question. How far do you stick your hand up there, up on the
So
bell?
now watch. So that's open. You can see in there. And then when I stop my horn, poof, I just close like that.
Well, I mean, that's what
Open,
I've
stop.
done.
Open, stop. How
Yeah.
far in the bell should the hand go? Is that your question?
Yeah.
It's a very difficult thing to answer over Zoom because I don't know how big your hands are. And it's going to depend somewhat on the size of your hand. However, not very far at all is the answer. So when my hand is in the bell, I am contacting the metal. So my hand is closed like this and it's freestyle swimming, right? So like your cups of water. So can you show me this? Pretend you're the queen, the royal wave. Show me. Beautiful. Okay. The metal touches these knuckles, these first row of knuckles. That's against the bell. And then along the top here, up to my first knuckle. And that's it.
Right. Right.
So it's
Right.
just that sort of
Mm-hmm.
contact with my bell. So if you put your hand in the bell, just that first row of knuckles on the back of your hand, on your fingers, and then the thumb as well, that's about it. And it should just sit on your hand. And if I hold my French horn up like this and my hand is
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
flat,
Yeah.
that's about the
Yeah.
position. And so when I bring it back down, we maintain that same shape. And if I want to go
Mm-hmm.
open or stopped, my hand's already in position. And I can do natural horn stuff like that. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just, it looks like if you were in a cartoon, there would be a little loading wheel above your head just then.
No, I'm not.
Oh, he took in what, what I said. Let's do some playing. So, see if you can keep that idea in mind. I just want a middle C. Very good. Very good. Nice accuracy straight out of the gate. Should we do some poo attacks? It's been a while since we've done those. So short and as small as possible to as big and long at the end. Stop. Can it be shorter? Can you go? And it's just for the first one.
Oh,
And like a quaver's worth, an eighth note. You went, ooh, and you held it. And it was lovely, but that's not what we're after. Just this. Just the start of the note. Boom. You got it on a middle C. Boom. Ah, okay. That's revealing, isn't it? So when the point being, because you look, you're like, why? The point being, Esther, if we do a long note, right? If the note is this long, if there's a little discrepancy at the start, as a fraction of that whole thing, that is minimal, and it's easy to disregard it, right? But if your note is this long and 50% of it is fluffed, all of a sudden it's much more obvious, isn't it? So you went instead of ba. And so your mechanism for A, releasing the air, which is that movement, and when you started blowing, didn't happen at the same time. They were uncoordinated. You went instead of ba. Can you please say the word ba?
pa.
Good. Can you say poo?
Poo.
Cool. Now can you go ooh?
I don't know.
So
I can give it a
give a noise with your lips, like a pop.
poo.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what you did on your horn. You went ooh, ooh instead of poo.
Okay.
All right? And it's weird. It sounds odd doing that, speaking, but it sounds just as weird on your horn. So that's why I want them to happen at the same time. Can you try? Beautiful. I love that. I love that. That was exactly what I was after. Was it the note you aimed for? No. Does that matter in this context? Absolutely not. The mechanism that I'm asking you to focus on, 10 out of 10. You got it wrong. You got it wrong immediately, which is the goal. But obviously we want to get the note we're aiming for, so your lips were a little bit loose perhaps. That's why you played a G instead of a C. So see if we can't just give a fraction more tension.
That was a G?
It was a G. It was a beautiful G. And because, that's right, because you did the mechanism that we're working on, it was gorgeous. It was a lovely sound. All right?
Thanks, Alex.
Nothing wrong with what you produced. It wasn't quite what we were aiming for, but how you missed it was stunning. So, can you try again? C. And just a little, just puff. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's it. Ideally, it would be a bit softer if you can, but that's what we're building up to. So now, give me 5 of them in a row. Short and soft. Gradually get longer, gradually get louder until the last one is ba. Real big. Go.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
go on. Ask your question.
No.
Okay, don't ask your question. Play. Good. More gap in between. I want you to go ba and then stop and then breathe and blow again.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
what we're practicing is that movement, the hitting of the ball, be it baseball or golf or whatever. So you hit the ball, poof, and then you reset, and then you hit again.
That's Mr. Bain's thing.
Indeed, correct. Yep.
Yeah.
So just to demonstrate again, because that was fine, but we just want a little bit of space for thought between each version, and that see it as a new attack. It's not pa 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 pa, but pa ba, like that. Maybe a bit of daylight between the lips and the horn when you go for it. Please, ready? Beautiful.
Really?
Keep going. Good. Louder and longer. Louder, Esther. Squeeze your belly. Good. Big breath. Last one. Good. Big breath. Come on. Ah, good. Good.
Well, I can. If you want to, I can blast you out of the sky, Alex.
I'm quite capable of controlling my volume, so don't worry about my ears. Really worthwhile going through that process and expanding, pushing the boundaries of what feels comfortable.
What's the purpose of this, though? Again, I mean, what are you trying?
What do you think would be the purpose of this exercise? What are we developing?
I'm not sure, to be quite honest. I mean, I know I halfway know what you're trying to say, and I have worked on that that exercise at Mr. Bain before.
Good.
But
what do you think it's developing?
I didn't do that. I didn't do as you. I mean, he doesn't say take a and do it. I mean, take 5 minutes and then blow again. I mean,
You
I'm not
are
trying to be
exaggerating. Exaggerating for comedic effect. No, but you will
No,
notice
I'm not trying to be sarcastic with that, Alex. But
on
I mean,
on
there's no,
on the
there is
page. If we look at the
part.
page, if you look at the page, there's a half note rest between each attack.
Bless his heart.
Mm,
Yes.
mm. And so, what are we practicing when we do this exercise? What are the things we've talked about so far in relation to it? We talked about coordination, right? We've talked about note starts. So the ability to start a note cleanly and have it be beautiful and reliable and dependable. That's what we're after, isn't it? You want to be able to just go ball and have it be exactly what you want every single time. That's the goal. If you go through this process on a regular basis, that's what you'll develop. The mechanism for beginning notes. It's much easier to, once a note is underway, and especially if it's the mechanism, the foundations are solid, it's really much easier to sustain that note. If you start a note, even if it's accurate, if it's a dodgy foundation, we just make our lives harder. It's much harder to sustain
Oh
that.
yeah, right. Yeah, to be sure.
Cool. What else? We're developing dynamic control, aren't we? Yeah, so all sorts. Let's, just for the sake of time, move on just a wee bit. We're going to do E's, the same exercise. E, and up to you, your choice of fingering.
E. Oh, E.
Your turn.
You're going to stay on the F side or just stay on the B flat side?
I don't mind. Up to you. Oh, so allow it to fail. And remember, this is the mechanism. Watch me.
No, I'm still not.
More of a puff.
Well, he calls it a poo.
That's totally fine. More of a poo.
Gosh.
At the moment, you're going like this. You're going, and it's like, there's
It's
no
like,
energy to
like,
it. You're doing a little putzer.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's all right. I have a gift for words. What can I say? So,
all right. Okay.
just
Okay.
slightly longer, and slightly more substantial. Beautiful, Esther. Heck, that's great. Good. More. Louder and longer. Breathe. Good. Big breath. Good. Stop. Let's go on. Easy. I would encourage you to take a decent breath before each one. Even if you're only playing a note this big, make sure that it's...
Well, that makes more sense because then you have a better sound for one thing.
Yeah,
otherwise,
absolutely.
it gets too squirrely
and muscular. If you don't breathe, your lips have to compensate for the lack of energy in your air.
And then it goes flat.
Yeah, and then we struggle. So even though it's a short note,
All right, you're also exhaling. You're okay when you blow your note. Then you're also exhaling after that particular note for the rest.
Yeah, I'm letting go of the air, so it's a complete brand new start. Can you try? No, beautiful. Don't mind that it was wrong because you got it wrong immediately. It was good.
Thank you. I needed that.
Yeah, no, it's important. It's important to recognize. Are we upset because it was inaccurate or because you produced it badly? In that case, you produced it well, so I wouldn't be bothered by that. No, it's just a little matter of coordination. So a little bit more tension, a little bit more air, or go for it. Good. Let go of the air, breathe and blow. Good. Nice, bigger, louder. Louder. Belly. That's that. Stop. Good. Now we'll do G. We don't need to do too many of them. I know he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the page. That's more than I would do. I would do maybe 5.
Yeah, okay.
Shall I listen? I'll demonstrate. What's missing? Esther, what are you missing? There's
A lot
one
of
key.
things.
There's one key ingredient, I think, that I would love you to think about and get engaging your belly before you release the air. So it's a bit hard to see on this camera angle, but watch me. So I take a breath and then I squeeze and then I release the air. So the air is
Okay.
already supported before you release. Breathe, squeeze, blow. Good.
Well,
And the last ingredient, my friend, is I want you to go for it with authority. Boom. You're like, ooh.
well, I guess I feel I've sounds sort of stupid, but never mind. I feel a little uncomfortable with the exercise, and I don't know why,
Hmm.
but I do.
Okay, that's fair enough. It
And that's stupid, Alex. That's really is.
it's a good exercise. This
Oh, I'm
is
not
like,
saying it isn't.
but
But if it's something I haven't worked on for a while, if it's something new,
mm,
I find myself backing up.
yeah, that's fair enough,
I
fair enough.
backpedal. I backpedal,
So
and I
the
shouldn't do that.
no, well that's right because it guarantees that it's not going to work very well. So go for it with confidence. That's something I work on for myself and with all my students, be they music or coaching students, whatever, is don't wait for proof of competence to go for it with confidence. All right, because the competence, the skill, the ability is so intrinsically tied to confidence. If you're going for something unconfidently, it's going to not feel very
Well,
good.
right. No, I agree.
Uh,
That's why I'm not very good when it comes to sight reading.
yeah, that's it. So my
I'm just.
my
I don't know whether
mindset,
you
my
have.
plan of attack for sight reading is to cock it up beautifully and confidently.
Yeah, I
That's my
know.
goal.
But you've been around the block several times, Alex, so you
Yes,
don't have
yeah,
a
yeah.
problem of picking around stuff.
That comes with experience. Absolutely, it does. But you can learn from my experience. That's why you're paying me. So let's do those G's.
No, I'm not saying I haven't.
Go for it. Raise the roof. Support it right the way through, and really, bah,
Ah, come on. Hell, let's get the damn note.
with
Um,
confidence, with authority, with
that's
determination.
what makes me so angry at myself. I don't give myself too much quarter.
Yeah. What does that mean? Quarter for what?
Um, never mind. That goes back to accuracy again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't give myself quarter.
Mm. I don't know what that means though. I haven't heard that phrase
Well,
before.
it's just as well you don't.
Okay. I'm gonna have to Google it
It,
now.
it, it means I get very annoyed at myself.
Mm. Mm. Okay. It's
I
fine. See,
don't. I just get very unhappy with like right now. I should know that stupid note by now. All right.
yeah, yeah. Well, it is. So the point of the exercise, and we discussed this earlier in the lesson. Like,
So
it
you've got a very stubborn, idiotic student to sometimes, Alex.
most horn players have to be stubborn by definition because the instrument is stubborn. and it's a clash
Well,
of
it's not the
wills.
instrument. This is a hunk of metal. That's all it is. It's a horn player behind it.
It's very Wizard of Oz. Do not look at the man behind the curtain. Um,
Well, it's true.
I know,
I
but
mean,
so
it's just a piece of metal.
the point being, it's understandable that this exercise would frustrate you, right? Because the whole point of it is to expose us and our technique, right? If you're just doing that tiny little note, right? If it's not spot on in terms of production, then that is very obvious, right? That's why I stopped
Yeah,
you from
well,
playing ba, just a long note, because it disguises the discrepancies. All right, so I can write back. If you're playing a 4-beat note and 1/8 note of it is wrong, that's a very small percentage. If you play 1/8 note and a whole eighth note of it is wrong, right? You know what I'm saying?
well, I mean, that's one thing I must admit. Despite everything, Alex, I'm glad I have you as a teacher.
Good. Well, that is very
I
sweet.
really am.
Good.
I mean, I hope you don't think I'm one of these crazy Americans. You probably think, Dad, what a mess, her again.
Let's finish this
Don't answer
exercise.
that.
Come on. I would never. Let's finish the exercise. So G, G. Good. More belly. There you go.
No, come on.
Belly. Squeeze your lips.
No.
That's it. Good.
I'm not getting that G, though,
Nice.
Alex.
Esther, I remember having a
Yeah.
conversation with you where I told you to go to McDonald's and get some paper straws for spitballs. Have you done that?
Yes, no, I know. I have the straws, but I haven't spitballed anybody.
Okay, I don't need you to spitball at someone. I just need you to practice doing the spitballs.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you don't even have to do it in spit. You can dip them in water if that's a more palatable. You can call them water balls.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I understand.
Flexibility, mid-range, on C, open F side. Not
What?
bad, but it was C, E, do,
I thought you
Try again. That is a fair approximation. Good. Second.
Say again? It's really funny. I try to get listen to what you're doing, Alex, and sometimes I get it right, and then sometimes I just
Absolutely,
don't.
absolutely. I don't mind if it's. I mean,
I get.
eventually it would be really awesome if I could just play you something on the harmonic series and you can parrot it back. That's our listening skills for music, very crucial. For now, just do an approximation of what I did. I'll do it again. Good.
No.
Whoa.
Say again.
1 3 1 3 5 3 5 3 1 3 1 3 5 3 5 3 1. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 3 5 8.
Oh,
1 3
gosh,
1 3 5 3 5 3 1.
First one.
Do mi re mi fa sol.
Then what is it? Your first finger.
First finger, yeah.
Yeah, well, you didn't say that. You just went ahead and played the darn thing.
I did, but you know the finger pattern from short to long, and if we went open and then we went second, wouldn't it stand to reason that
Yeah, it'd be
first
first.
finger
Yes,
first
yes.
finger
Yeah.
would be next? Very good. The deuce away, Esther. You got this. Ba-da-da-da-dee-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Big breath. One and two. Fat sound. That was very accurate, but it was very tame. Can you hear how much sound I'm putting into my? I know, no offense meant yet, my friend, but presence, yeah? Listen to the quality of my sound. It's got an edge to it, doesn't it? Big breath. Good. Can you play it twice as loud?
To play it twice as loud?
Yeah, would you? Would you please now play it twice as loud as what you just did? Yeah, good breath. Good breath. That was softer, if anything.
Yes, I'm aware of that. This is not the best day.
You've got this, Esther. Mm.
What do you want me? Okay, can you repeat the pattern one more time?
Absolutely. So you've nailed the pattern every time. Yeah? You've gotten exactly what I played for you. Spot on. It's just a bit meek. I would like some volume and some presence from you. So 1 and 2 is going from A to A. Huge sound. Good. Really, really good. I would encourage you to play at that volume more often so our lips can get used to navigating it. Yeah. Let's just finish that same pattern as we go down. So 2 and 3, we'll keep doing the same thing. Move as much air as you can. I want you to almost be out of breath when you finish, yeah?
This is what now? We 2 and 2 what?
2 and 3. 2 and 3.
Oh, 2 and 3. All right.
Good. Yes. Yeah. Because it's only at volume that we learn to coordinate it in that higher range. You notice how that got a little bit wobbly? Yeah. So if you don't play at that volume, your lips will never grow and adapt to it. If we always hedge our bets, if we're always soft and a bit cautious, we won't learn to go through it. Yeah. 1 and 3.
Well, wait a minute.
Good, yeah. Embrace the instability. Yes, Asta. Really, really good. So at this volume, your lips have to do less, don't they? If they're
Yeah,
too
they
tight,
do.
if you're holding on too tight with your lips, that's when it gets a bit brittle in the higher register. Yeah, because the notes are so close together, the tolerances are much smaller as we go higher. Last one, all three
Okay.
valves. All three.
Run all 3?
Yes, ma'am. Good, and I'm very, very pleased with how well you moved through that little blip on the way up. That was excellent. Didn't disturb you at all. Very, very cool. All right.
Thank you.
Been a while since we've looked at these. Have you got Andrew's routine in front of you? I'm looking at page 2 at repeated note scales.
Oh, goody. one? The 30, 30 or 20, 26? Well, 26.
I'm looking at Andrew Bain routine
Yeah, I
on
know the
page
exploded
2. Oh,
nuts.
bar 26, bar 26. Yes, the first
Oh,
one.
26. Oh, Foley, what happened at bar 20, par 30 is so much more fun.
We'll come back to that. Let's do the simple one first. Just 8 notes. Do, do.
Uh, oh, man. Well, I've enjoyed these. I'm a little nervous now because,
Good.
why?
Why is it good? Because it exposes us. It's always good to be exposed and to have a little bit of pressure put on to see what cracks. So,
Mm-hmm.
in that attempt, can you identify which layer wasn't very strong? Right? The point of these exercises is that we're building foundations for our music making, right? You just stress tested one of those layers and it was a bit shaky. That's what we exposed, right? So terrific. Now we know which layer was dodgy. Was it air? Was it lips? Was it fingers? Was it
Oh.
tongue?
I would say about everything, to be quite honest.
Give yourself some credit, young lady. A lot of those things were going really well. I think your
Well,
fingers got a little bit lost.
yes, they did.
And going from the F to the G, it didn't come up in time. Right? So don't be dramatic. Oh, it was all rubbish. Because it's not true, and you have to be really specific with this stuff. A lot of it was quite good. Give yourself some credit, my friend. It's going really well.
Well,
Focus on
thank
the
you.
valve. Focus on the valve movement of that thumb. From F to G, when you get there, it just boop, comes up.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I've watched the other horn players play, they come across J, all those fingers come off.
Mm. Good. All
You
right.
know, if you watch them, all the fingers come off.
Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba
Yeah,
ba ba.
it's just that it
Right.
amuses me.
Good.
Start again.
Yes, please.
Uh, oh, what happened there? No, that's not right either, Esther. Come on. Sorry, Alex.
It's okay.
Sometimes you do well with certain things, and other times it's just everything falls apart. It's one of those days.
C. And the last note,
See?
not a B.
Ah, there we
Good.
go.
Good recovery. Hey, so the thing that's really encouraging on that last one, once you've untangled, is that you were moving through it, right? Yeah, there were a couple of little stumbles, but it's like, you look at a child, a toddler learning to walk, they're stumbling all over the place. It's like this constant act of falling, and they don't quite fall over, right? And that's how they learn to walk, right? But it's that determination and that drive to this is a funny turn of phrase, but fall through the stumble, right? You keep moving through it, which you just then did really well. There were a couple of blips in the fingers and everything, but you recovered beautifully. All right? Very, very encouraging. Let's do the triplets. See, with this one, if you can keep the air moving the entire time for this exercise. I'm hearing just a little bit on occasion, and I'm going to highlight it for you so you know what to avoid. That gap. Dia, 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 instead of do,
Okay, so I'm not been. Oh, okay.
So the air is always moving, regardless of whether you're tonguing or slurring. That's all. I'd say about 70% of what you played, the air was constantly moving, and then occasionally would get a little dia, and there'd be a gap. But otherwise, it was good. Triplets?
Just a minute. Allergies have been a big bane of my life here lately.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Come down again.
Oh, all right.
Good. Very, very good.
Okay. Gosh. Yeah, there's three of those though, right? So we have a foursome instead of a triplet.
Doyo toto. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on.
More air. You're focusing too much on getting it right. You're forgetting to play. All you have to do is just add one more note than what you did previously for the triplet version, which you did so well.
Thank you.
Good. Bit of an overachiever. Those were quintuplets. You were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But otherwise really good. Otherwise really good. Esther, it's quite an exercise in coordination. This particular thing. And the triplet version you absolutely nailed. You're really, really pleasing with that.
Thank you.
Pleased as punch.
But the other one I gave, I had 5.
Yeah. Extra points. It's just going above and beyond. That's good. Good. All right. Let's hear some music, mate. What would you like to play for me first?
Whatever your pleasure.
Should we do Send in the Clowns?
Of course.
Ooh.
Just a minute. Let me put this thing down for a minute. Come here, Barn. Yeah. No, I love that. I love that piece.
Me too.
I've been using my little what have you,
Tuner?
my tuner. In fact, I got it recharged this morning.
Great.
And I found out how to turn off the darn thing. I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. Oh, come on, Alex. I've never had something like this.
That's good.
So I took it back to Best Buy and I said, how do you turn this thing off? He said, well, this is what you do. And I thought, oh, there's no direction to it. No one told me how to do it when I got it.
It's just the opposite of turning it on, I'd imagine.
Mine's a little different than that. You just don't hit something and expect it to turn off.
I see. All right, Send in the Clowns.
You have to hit in several little pieces. Okay, shush up. That's fair. Hush. Come on.
Keep going.
I'm trying. I've got. Never mind.
A, D.
Oh, heavens.
Pause. Regather your thoughts. A, D, C, D are the notes. And once you've emptied, that was going beautifully, my friend. I'm going to get you to go from exactly that spot a little faster. Do, dee, do, do. You're doing everything so right. It's just your hands, your fingers are getting a little bit confused. So have a think about what those notes are. A, D, C, D. So except for the C, all four of those notes, except for the C, everything is on thumb and 1 and 2, isn't it? Yeah, good. All right. When you're ready, go from exactly that spot. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, come
That's right.
on.
A, law.
Alex, this is not.
Esther,
Settle down.
can you please, out loud, very confidently say, I can do this? You ready? 3, 2, 1, say it. Go. I can do this. I need you to say it out loud, please, Esther.
I can do this.
Terrific. Now, can you
no.
say it like you believe it and that you're actually trying to be a cheerleader for yourself? I can do this. With determination. I don't care if you feel foolish. This is this is going to be a roadblock to the continuation of this lesson until you say it with confidence. I can do it. I can do this. I can do this. Ready? Come on, Esther. You can do this. If you can play the French horn, you can say that. This is going to be the easiest thing you've had to do today. As soon as you get it out, it'll be great.
I'm not trying to refuse you. I just have my doubts on one part. That's all.
That's totally fine. That is a separate consideration, though. Right? So in your head, I am sure there's a voice going, Esther, you can't do this. This is not going well. Oh, why do we even bother? Alex is going to break up with you as a student. All of these thoughts.
Oh, no, I don't think
all
so.
Of those doubts. All of those fears.
Of course I can. Of course I can do this, Alex.
Yes, Esther. I love that confidence. Fantastic. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. I promise I'm not trying to be patronizing, right? This is such an important skill to develop. Yeah, that inner cheerleader that encourages us and is supportive and is a positive voice inside our head, right? So important, so important. I've told you this before. My inner voice, Esther. I've worked very, very hard to make it be a positive, supportive voice for myself.
Well, never mind. I won't say how I feel. There are certain parts of that and the other piece I'm working on I'm just not happy with.
That is fine. That is fine. You're allowed to be dissatisfied with how it's going.
Well, yes, I am.
Yeah, totally. But how are we going to do it better? What's going to help to do it better?
Well, not complaining about it, that's for sure. Come on.
You're not complaining about it, and having confidence when you go for it. That's been a theme for this lesson, isn't it? All right, same as when we were going for those poos, you were uncertain about it right at the start, and so you went for it unconfidently, and of course it didn't work.
Yeah,
part of developing confidence. This is why I'm really, really sticking to my guns on this. Part of developing that confidence, Esther, is having a confident voice in your head. And so when you go for it with determination and authority, right? You were doing so well on this piece.
It's just like that high F is still giving me hell a little bit.
Fine, that's fine. But we weren't even at the F. We were at the A, D's, and C's.
I'm not happy about that.
No. It's when I say it's fine, I mean, it's understandable and acceptable that you are having difficulty with that high note. That's what I mean. Just to really be specific. I'm not asking you to be satisfied when it's clearly wrong, right? But then, and I think this is important, but, and it's what makes me quite a good teacher. Fine. I accept that you are dissatisfied and frustrated by the quality of what you're putting out. Of course I am. Fine, right? Great. What can we do about it? That's what I'm asking. And then the thing that I'm trying so hard to get across is that the mindset, the voice that we have for us inside our head and when we're practicing and when we're playing is a massive component of our ability to do it well. And you absolutely have to cultivate it. It must be practiced. It's a skill, just like anything else. All right. So
Well, come on, Alex, let's get it done.
as soon as you notice you've got that voice that's running circles in your head and is being a jerk to yourself.
Well, the one thing with me, I may get frustrated and stuff like that, and then I take the bull by the horns and come out and play the darn thing.
Okay. Good. Give me a very confident A.
I mean, that's
A. Good. La da da da.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
No, that's not right either.
So just remember, your fingers have to do less than what they're currently doing. Everything except the C is going to be on thumb 1 and 2. So just move your fingers less.
Move my fingers left.
Yeah, no, less. What? Less frequently, less often. You're moving too much.
Oh, something else now.
And I'm pretty sure, actually, you can do that phrase on all the same fingering. You don't have to.
Oh yeah, you can. Yes, because the A and the D are the same fingers.
Yeah, you could also use the same fingering to play the C. As an alternate fingering. Yes, Esther. What? Indeed. Look at me. Look at me. A, D, C, D. You don't have to move.
Oh, gosh.
Can you try that for me? Da-dee-da-da.
Yeah. Well, that's incredible, Alex. I feel sort of stupid all of a sudden.
Well, you wouldn't have known that. So that is not how we would normally finger a C, is it?
No, it's not.
No. Would you like to know the theory behind it as to why that note is available? Briefly?
Well, maybe a little later. May I finish?
You may finish it. Go for it, and then we'll chat.
Massacring this piece?
Absolutely. Massacre away, my friend.
Okay. No.
Keep those fingers down.
Now, come on. A horn? It's not the horn, it's you, Esther.
No, it's not. Hey, so stop. The first 3 lines of this are absolutely stunning. They're really, really beautiful. You are knocking it out of the park. The rhythm is excellent. The vowels are good. Your expression, mwah! Chef's kiss, Esther. Beautiful. You're doing lots and lots of really good music making on this, which is such a fantastic position to be in. On the second page, you've got a mental block about something. Is it the high F? Is that what's disturbing things, do you think?
I don't know. I thought I had it. And then this past week I thought, what happened to it? And I've been using my little thing to get me on tune, keep me on tune. And it just seems to have gone AWOL right now. But
That's
am I
okay.
giving up? No, because I'm not a
No.
quitter. I never have been, and I never
No.
will be.
Good. All right. Here's a quick exercise we can do to expand your high register. 2 and 3 on the F side. I want you to play an A flat, this note. Very fine. Now we are going to go up to harmonic series. It's going to sound like the first 5 notes of a major scale. We're just going to go da, all on that same fingering, just lips. Can you do that for me? Just up and down. Doesn't have to be controlled. Just up and down. Lots of air. That's it. Good. And stop trying to control it. Just go up and down. Give me this shape as opposed to
No.
Good. Yes, that's right. That's right. And keep moving. Keep moving. Please stop judging what you're producing. That's my job. Just lots of air, up and down.
Sorry,
Go for
Alex.
it. It's all right. It's just a distraction. Oh.
No.
Good. Yeah, that's it. So remember, what I'm after is just a shape. I just want you to draw triangles like this, up and down, with the notes. Even if it's not accurate, who cares? Doesn't matter if you go too high or too low, just keep moving. Good, that's it, absolutely. So, is there room for refinement? Of course. But we now have something to refine. Alright, can you try it again? Do, A flat. That's it. That's it. So when you're practicing with your tuner, put the drone on for an A flat or a G sharp, and it's going to hold la for you, so you know what you're coming back to. Let's do the same thing on A, 1 and 2. Nice. We're getting a little bit stuck before that high note. Can you put a bit more energy into the air? See if you can get it a bit higher. Yes, good. That second one, you got it. Did you notice? Yeah, that's it. That's it. So again, we're not going for accuracy. We're not going for refinement. We just want to make the shape and then expand the shape. So as that gets easier, we can go a whole octave.
Wow.
Like that. You're not
Okay.
there yet. That's okay. Not expecting you to be. Let's keep doing fifths. So the interval of a fifth. Da, B flat, da. Lots of air. Think increasing the air as you go higher and condensing the lips.
Now let's see. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So no thumb. All on the F side. Just to clarify, I'm not sure what side of the instrument you're on.
Yeah, I was on. Now you. So what's a B flat? The B flat's on the.
So we're playing the note a B flat, and we're doing it on the F side on first finger.
On the third finger.
First finger.
First finger.
First finger.
First finger. Yeah.
Ooh, lots of air.
That sounds
good. It's getting there.
It's getting. It's getting. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That could. Well, Alex, jeez.
This is a good exercise. This is a good exercise. So as you grow familiar with it, and the notes become more dependable, I would encourage you to change the goal. So once we've established the exercise, change the goal from getting it to doing it more easily. So getting the same result for less effort. Okay, so now let's keep going up. Second finger.
I'm kind of skipping a little bit, aren't I?
Don't worry about it. Just keep blowing.
Right?
Lots of air. As much air as you can muster. That's it. Yes.
Pardon?
As much air as you can muster. And keep moving it right the way through. Just focus on blowing.
Yeah.
So I remember we're just drawing shapes. That's all. Don't try and get any specific notes. Just keep the air moving up and down, up and down, up and down. Great. Great. That's it. So just to highlight, the instant we stopped trying to be accurate was the instant it started being really good. Okay. Last one, open, same idea, just drawing shapes. We're not trying to be accurate. We just want to get the overall trajectory is what we're after. So a nice compact setup here. We've got a lung full of air and we're supporting with our abdomen muscles the entire time. More support as you get through the exercise. Good. More air, Esther. More sound. Great. Really, really great. That was good. Nice high G.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
Do, C, G. Is that high note?
Yeah.
Was that hard work or was it easy?
No.
It was easy.
So what? Okay, so it's mainly the mind. Psychologically speaking, I. Are you laughing with me?
I'm just listening with interest. Psychologically speaking, go on.
Psychologically speaking, that's all my mindset. That's a problem. Primarily,
it is a contributing factor. Yeah, the fear, the concern of getting it wrong, is causing you to act in a way that basically guarantees it's not going to work. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So, a very important point and something I'd love for you to practice, and maybe you can show it off for me next week or next lesson, is your ability out loud, confidently and convincingly to say the words, I can do this. I would really, really encourage you to work on that. If it's something you're struggling to say, that's a really interesting mental block you've got.
well, it's only because I've struggled with that high F, you know. Even with the other one, with the tonette, you know, with the
Tonight,
G flat,
yep, totally.
you know, that one too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have to get up. I have to get over both of that.
I wouldn't use those words, but what is going to help you get over it, all right? And I'm
Well, I mean, it's
strongly
having more.
encouraging you. I'm strongly encouraging you, and this is, I can't say this any less, any more avidly, is that literally saying the words I can do this and developing your confidence for it, separate from your ability to do it or not, is what'll help you be able to do it. All right, it's that whole thing. Currently you are waiting for the ability to do it. You're waiting for proof of competence to go about it with confidence, and I think that is backwards. Go for it with confidence, and that is how you will develop your competence. Does that make sense? Good. So how do we develop confidence? Well, one of the things we can do is out loud say the words, I can do it. We speak confidently. We act confidently. We have confident body language. All right? Anytime I'm practicing something that I'm terrified of, this is a process that I go through. Because otherwise I'm stuffed. What if every time I repeat something, I'm establishing a habit? If every time I repeat something I'm scared of and I'm all like, ooh, then the habit I'm establishing is fear and doubt and unconfidence in regards to that challenge. Right? Is that helpful? Hell no.
Oh,
Cool.
but
Oh,
I can't imagine you having some qualms about some music.
so much
So
music.
maybe I
So
can.
of course I
Pardon?
do. Of course I do. I'm human, right? But and that is very sweet of you to say. But part of what has allowed me to get to that point where I am going for stuff so confidently and competently is very strategically and intentionally developing my confidence in regards to that challenge. Yeah. Okay. It's not by accident. It's not by accident. I'm a very happy-go-lucky guy by nature. Absolutely, I am. Of course, I am. But there were several years while I was studying, while I was at doing my bachelor in Wellington, and while I was doing studies in Melbourne at the academy, where I had massive negative self-talk and doubt and just lack of confidence in regards to the horn because I was getting it beaten into me by some very negative teachers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And, from what we've talked about, I think you've had a similar experience way back when, right? And I'm sorry about that.
Well,
Well,
it's past,
it is past. So
and
let's.
and we and what we have to remember is that yesterday happened last night.
So, your goal for the next 2 weeks is to really intentionally and deliberately practice your confident self talk. And I'd really like you to be doing it out loud. All right? Because when I got you to say it before, just to observe, for all of my berating and encouraging and bullying to get you to say the words "I can do it," you said it once, and it was very unconvincing. Yeah, when you watch back this lesson, you can check in on that time, that one single time that you vocalized it, and
Oh,
you
I know.
can
I wasn't. I
see
didn't
if it
sound
was
too confident.
convincing
No,
or not. Yeah, it was very begrudging. Right? So, when you're,
because I've been fighting with it, Alex, and I've just
yeah,
gotten sort of.
yeah, that's it. But you're fighting with yourself.
Well, probably so.
And that
Probably so.
I think a lot of the barriers you're facing are self-imposed, right? So maybe we can work on taking some of those down together.
Oh, it will be, Alex. It
Good.
will.
So
That'll happen.
out loud, lots of vocalizing. You and Bill can stand on chairs in the living room and go, "I can do it!" at the top of your voice, right? Maybe not on a chair. I don't know your balance at your age. Maybe that would be irresponsible of me to suggest it. And then the second thing I want you to do is the high range expansion exercise that we do.
Yeah.
So start on 2 and 3. On the F side, it's an A flat. Put your drone on so you can hear the tonic, the home key that we're coming back to, and just keep going up and down, up and down. Yeah, and it's all about putting air into the horn. That's it. And if you're struggling with it, I would encourage you to revert back to just moving air through the horn on all 3 valves. How does it feel to move air through the horn? How does that feel? When I play, it's the same thing. All right. Very, very briefly, in Send in the Clowns, we observed that you could go all on the same fingering. Why? Okay. If you look at the Andrew Bain exercises on page 3, please look at Andrew Bain, page 3. You've got the flexibility exercise.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Observe. In that piece, it starts on an F. One, two, three, four, five. The fifth note, we're back to an F. From there, you've got F, A, C, E flat, F. Do you notice that? That is the seventh degree of the chord. Ya, ba, ba, ba. And it can be played on the thumb, on the B flat side, open B flat side. So normally you'd play an E flat, thumb and one, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but harmonic series, you can play that partial, that step of the harmonic series, that seventh degree of the arpeggio, can be done on the same fingering.
Hmm.
Okay. We've done an so F, work with me down. So if you put second finger down, we're now doing an E harmonic series. That seventh note would become a D, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Watch. That's me going back and forth between thumb and one and two, so how I'd normally finger a D. Look. So it's not necessarily in tune, but it is still a D. We make our horn one semitone longer, first finger, we're now on E flat. The pattern stays the same, we've just brought that seventh note down a semitone. If we've got a thumb in one and two, we've got a D major arpeggio with the seventh in it. D, F sharp, A, C, D. So the harmonic series, right, underpins everything we do on the instrument. In that example of Send in the Clowns, those pitches can all be done on thumb and one and two. A, D, C, D.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Cool. When you get to the 9/8 bar in bar 16, right? Ba, vi, va, va. Your doubt of getting the high F is creeping into your playing there, and your fingers are doing all sorts of wrong things because you're not thinking about where you're at. You're thinking and fearful of what's coming up, and it's causing you to stuff up here. Okay? So, in addition to the things we've talked about, please just very, very gently up and down a C major scale going up to a G. Just really, really easy. And just get good in that register. It's really simple. Make sure it's easy. Make sure the air is moving. If you go and then you choke up in the throat, then relax. That's not the repetition we want to be doing. Just as easy as possible. All right. How can we develop ease? How can we develop confidence? Vocalizing it, that's one thing we talked about, isn't it? Your body language is another thing. If you pick up your horn and pretend to play an F and you go, and everything gets tense, that is not going to be developing confidence. So regardless of whether it's right or it's wrong, just let go of that tension, pick the horn up, give a nice relaxed wriggle. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to have time. I've got to love you and leave you. I'll send you the recording and I'll see you in a fortnight.
Okay, Alex, thanks.
You're most welcome. Yeah? I need you to work on being your cheerleader. Very, very deliberately. Okay? Grand and groovy.
Will do.
Ciao for now.
You'll find a different person next time.
Okay, great. That is some confident self-talk. I love to hear it. Keep it up.
I mean, that's the truth. You can count on it.
All right.
Because I pick myself up pretty fast.
Good on you. See ya.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.